Either they have squatters or their decorator should be shot. Or both.
Coward! You never have bested me without subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
Ready to waste him, on your command.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I'll take care of him, Commander.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Friendly nearby.
Nothing in range. I'm at it.
Back and scan.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Fight. Oh, we're deaf.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return? By calculating the position of every atom.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? I can tend to your injuries. Provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I'll handle this. Ratcheting up my aggression.
This lot should hit the broadside of a freighter. Over here! Free hole in the head!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
That's gotta be the End Ray range. I'm looking forward to having some words with this Victor.
Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Not getting in the front door. Always another way in, though.
Law. You can bet this is the work of those cultists we tangled with outside. But what's the gain from butchering a bunch of scientists?
We can hear these. Find the little group fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can shut them off.
.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Best talk quick, Commander. Won't give any answers once that bullet's finished its work.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Yes, of course. Such an excellent way to ground the mind when facing one's impending demise. Three days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. You can attempt such, but if my current state is any indication, the cultists are unlikely to be sporting with you. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that N-ray scanners be standard issue. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. Oh yes. He should be below, if he's still alive. Though even if he is, I don't know what state he would be in. He seemed under immense duress before the cultists attacked, and now, well, I don't know. What happens when you pull even harder on an already taut rope? Don't worry. I'll just be here, in my deepening puddle of blood.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. There's the N-ray device that Exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Hostile in proximity.
Advancing to hasten their deployment.
Good job, Commander. Seems that scanner really did the trick.
you've opened the way forward. Very good work.
On your command.
Enemy.
Vitals critical. Don't...
I'm back.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Let's say which.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the grand plan. Did you just half apologize for killing my colleagues? Look, let me make myself clear here. If we attack the Order again, I go. Order traitors, fine. The rest, I leave. For good. Proceeding to attack. Scopes for combatant analysis. It's a comm device, but I don't recognize the technology. Might be something these cultists use for encryption.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the Order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Everything must be good before it can become everything.
Resorting to violence.
Combat probable.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Show yourself. Find them.
Investigating hostile intentions. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
The glorious dawn. Who's there? Who's there? Show yourself.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Finally, I understand true transcendence. I am powered.
Check your scope for a combatant.
Straight at them.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I'm the one who needs to worry about. Over here! Free hole in the head!
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock
Mobilizing. By combatant. Standing by to stupefy. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with all of my innards within. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife, that he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional presence of these cultists. They are physically here, but only partially, hence their unseen state. It's fascinating. But the outstanding fear for my life has made it difficult to think scientifically. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
damage, Commander.
I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. The time for that is over. Please.
In the red, Commander. Unorthodox at best.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. You read my terminal. I cannot. No. I deny what you're saying. Whatever my personal feelings, the Order's success is more important. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do, scientician.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent for years. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The end point?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning, should it be sound.
Very well. I can spare words with you. Explain my perspective. It won't prevent me from doing what I must. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. Enough! You're clearly trying to deceive me, but I shall delay my action no further!
Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Arcadia is due to the friendship between the matriarch and our founding presiding bishop. Of course, he was not bishop at the time. This was more than a century ago. He had grown disillusioned with the order of scientific inquiry, which he felt had lost sight of the original vision, perfection through prediction. The matriarch appealed to his desire to return to that original vision, asking him to join her in her great enterprise. Together, they would establish a perfect society devoted to humanity's ascension. In exchange, she would finance a computronic machine that would account for every possibility, the Archive. Such a device could never be built. on Earth with its paltry resources. So began our sect, the Order of the Ascendant.
So many dead, places falling
the universal equation in Arcadia. And
one never relishes saying he did what he did.
Stay tuned for what follows. This coffee has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep contemplation of probability. Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics.
The meaning of life is numeric.
Statistics, at its heart, is naught but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis. But what is the role of chance in that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance. If one flips
we are the
perfectly
keepers
balanced
of the
coin,
equation.
it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Agent, oh thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift.
No outcomes. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts in the Order for initiates to grasp.
No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken.
Is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be more efficient?
If what you say is true,
As if it
that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend?
The answer, of course, is none. Only
That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing?
at present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in
Far from it. I celebrate Wiley's gifts. I recognize he's a far superior scholar than I'll ever be. No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery.
outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations.
The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy.
Predictions which lead to tragedies. We must not
Peace talks. Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. Yes. Regardless of their current actions, those people up there are still members of the Order. My colleagues and friends. Please remember that. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you. Well, that's certainly a relief. Let's hope we live long enough to enjoy the fruits of your diplomatic labor.
Imperial decision by Administrator Agarwal, the displaced had been approved to move into these areas. They were there at the time.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations.
Designed, right?
Ready to be the
Uses
hole
a
in their
tracking
math?
algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious, even for him.